Hi, I'm Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm going to be explaining and demonstrating manual isotonic cervical spine strengthening exercises. The cervical spine is the medical name for the neck. Isotonic means that there is motion. I did a video previously on isometric exercises for the cervical spine. Isometric means that there is no motion, while today's video is on isotonic, which means there is motion. One of the general rules for performing any type of exercise is to always work through a symptom-free range of motion. You never want to move into a position or start in a position where symptoms are being elicited. If any type of exercise elicits or intensifies symptoms, you want to stop immediately and modify the exercise or find a viable substitute. When performing the manual isotonic cervical spine strengthening exercises, you want to make sure that you are seated in good posture. You want the mid-back to be straight. You want the neck to be in line with the spine, and you want the shoulders to be pulled slightly backwards. Again, you're going to be sitting up straight. Keep the thoracic spine, which is the medical name for the neck, keep that straight, and keep the neck in line with the spine, and keep the shoulder blades slightly backwards. You don't want to be doing them in a position like this. You want to be in a good posture. Now, when you are performing these exercises, you always want to make sure that you use mild pressure. You are using your hands for resistance. The amount of resistance should always be mild, especially in the beginning. You never want to use an intense amount of pressure. You'll also want to make sure that you never put pressure on the jaw or on the ear. The resistance should always be on the skull. You can move into flexion, extension, left lateral flexion, right lateral flexion, left rotation, right rotation, and retraction, which is moving the head and neck straight backwards. Again, flexion, extension, left rotation, right rotation, left lateral flexion, right lateral flexion, and retraction. Now I'm going to be demonstrating moving into right lateral flexion. Again, we're using our hands as resistance. You want to make sure that you don't put pressure on the ears or on the jaw. So I'm going to be placing my hand on the side of the skull. And again, you want to work through a symptom-free range of motion. So if I can start all the way over here, this is ideal. And again, the amount of pressure that I'm providing with my hand is mild. And you're going to start and move very slowly against the mild resistance, moving through a symptom-free range of motion. Even if that motion is very minuscule, you want to move through a symptom-free range of motion. Now I'm going to demonstrate with left lateral flexion. Move very slowly, control the motion, and push against the mild resistance. Now I'm going to be demonstrating right rotation. I cannot stress this enough to use mild pressure and to work through a symptom-free range of motion. Left rotation. And I'm going to turn to the side so you could see me perform flexion, extension, and retraction. I am moving into flexion while providing mild resistance with my right hand, working through a symptom-free range of motion, and then flexion, extension. I just performed flexion. I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. We're going to do extension again. And then the last one is retraction. I already did a video on retraction. What you want to do is you are providing mild resistance and you are pushing the head and neck straight backwards. That was the proper technique for performing manual isotonic cervical spine strengthening exercises. Again, isotonic means motion. The cervical spine is the medical name for the neck. Perform these exercises through a symptom-free range of motion. Start with very mild pressure and progress in intensity in small, calculated increments. Thank you everybody for watching today's video on spine health. If you have questions, feedback, or suggestions, you can leave them in the comment section below. Please feel free to like this video and please subscribe to my YouTube page, Dr. Donald A. Ozello, DC. You can also visit my website, championshipchiropractic.com, where you can see my blog, which contains articles on sports medicine, chiropractic, health, fitness, and nutrition. Thanks again for watching today's video.